Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 23. As in today's episode, we will reach the All-Star break, as the Mariners will start with a 3-game set in San Francisco before a massive 4-game homestand against the Houston Astros. Hope you guys are ready for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Sorry for the lack of uploads this week. I am currently on vacation, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear, and I'm actually recording this one on vacation, so just wanted to get something out for you guys. On the mound for the Giants today will be Jacob Junis, the righty making the start for the Giants, who haven't had the best season so far. Junis himself, though, has done pretty well, as he'll start off against the usual Kolten Wong to begin, and Wong will ground this one over to short. Easy play, and Wong will begin the game with a 6-3 putout. We'll take a look at this Mariners lineup. We highlighted A.J. Pollock before the game. He's struggling in the month of June. We're hoping he can pick it back up in the month of July. Kolten Wong, who did just ground out, did hit .342 in his past 10 games, so he's been on a hot stretch. And then we got Robinson Cano playing DH today. Other than that, usual starters. J.P. Crawford up next, full count pitch. Hits a sinker over to second, and that'll be the second out of the inning. That brings up Ty France, who's hitting .294 on the year, and he ropes the slider into left field. That'll get down for a base hit, and the Mariners we'll get one on with 2 away, and that brings up J-Rod, who will slap this one up the middle, and that's back-to-back singles now for the Mariners, as France is going to go all the way to third. So just like that, now runners on the corners, 2 away for Seattle, and it's going to bring up Teoscar Hernandez, who's going to first pitch swing, and he's going to rope one into the left field line. That's going to get down. 1 run's going to score. Rodriguez is going to get on his horse all the way from first base. He's on his way home, and it's a 2 RBI double for Teoscar Hernandez. Nice 2-out rally here for the Mariners, his 10th double of the season. But Eugenio Suarez will strike out with the next batter, but the Mariners do plate too. On the mound for the M's will be Logan Gilbert, 3.26 ERA. Pretty good ERA, but we saw in his last start he did not do good against the Washington Nationals. We're hoping he can pick it back up here against another struggling team in the San Francisco Giants. 229 average on the season for the leadoff man, Austin Slater, who steps into the plate for San Fran, and he rips one to deep left field. Pollock has to go all the way to the track to make this grab. That's a very loud out number 1. We'll take a look at the Giants lineup. Next up will be J.D. Davis, followed by Jock Peterson, Mitch Haniger in right, Mike Yastrzemski in center, Brandon Crawford the shortstop, Thairo Estrada's at second, Conforto's out there in left, and then Gary Sanchez behind the plate. This team has just struggled to get base runners, despite having a pretty decent team. J.D. Martinez up next. We'll ground this one over to Wong, who fields on the backhand. Nice field, but not a good throw into the dugout. That's an E4 for Kolten Wong, so it should be 2 away with nobody on. Instead, it's a runner on second, 1 out, and Jock Peterson's going to hit this one into left field. And just like that, bases on the corners now for the Giants. Only 1 down. Mitch Haniger up next is going to pop this one up into foul territory. However, Pollock is ranging over, and he's going to make the grab. It's a big catch in foul ground by Pollock. As now it's 2 away for Mike Yastrzemski, but he singles up the middle base hit for the Giants, and they will get one here in the first as well. Now a 2-1 game in favor of the M's. How about the next batter, Brandon Crawford, up the middle, another base hit, follows the train. They're going to send their runner home. Play at the plate is actually not going to be in time. France cuts it off, and the Giants get another one. Big hit there by Crawford, 2-2 apiece. And then Thairo Estrada will pop this one up into shallow left center, where it will be caught. But the Giants get 2 of their own, and Gilbert again struggling in the early goings of this one. He does settle down in the second and the third, but he's here in the bottom of the fourth, where Crawford's going to lead off, and he's going to hit this one all the way up against the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for the Giants shortstop as he slides headfirst into second base. On the season, that's his 9th double. Next batter, Thairo Estrada, the second baseman today, gets a 1-1 pitch, bloops it into shallow right center. Rodriguez is going to get there just in the nick of time to record the first out of the inning. Michael Conforto up next, 2-1 pitch, and this one isn't coming back. Launched deep into right field, deep into McCovey Cove. That is a 2-run bomb for Michael Conforto. Absolutely destroyed that pitch. His 5th home run of the season, goes 404 feet. And again, not a good outing here for Logan Gilbert against a struggling team on the season. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Giants. With top 5 now, here's Robinson Cano leading off, and he perfectly times a pitch. Slider caught too much of the plate, and Cano goes dead center. How about the season that this man is putting together? Robinson Cano with another home run. He was just kind of signed on just to give him one last hurrah, send him out on a team, and he's actually made the most of it. he's come back here to Seattle, and he's played very good baseball, worked his way into the lineup, and there's another solo shot for Robinson Cano. So now 4-3 in favor of the Giants. J.D. Davis up next here in the bottom of the fifth. He's going to lead off with a hit into left field, and again, Logan Gilbert continues to give up base runners. Jock Peterson's up next, first pitch swing, and he's going to rope this one. That's into the deep right center corner. This is going to be trouble if Hernandez can't get to it, and he doesn't. Rattles up against the wall, and that is going to be an RBI double for the Giants. 5-3 now in favor of San Francisco. They get that run right back in their own half of the fifth off the 17th double of Peterson. Gilbert does bounce back by striking out Haniger. That's only the first out of the inning, though. Then Mike Yastrzemski, though, will strike out on the circle change. So back-to-back Ks here for Gilbert, trying to strand that runner on second. It's Brandon Crawford who ropes one to the right side of the infield, but Wong has it. But 5-3 now in favor of the Giants, who are going to turn it over to John Brebbia, making his 30th appearance of the season. He's played absolutely phenomenal. He begins the top of the sixth against Julio Rodriguez, who is 1 for 2 today. And 0-1 pitch to J-Rod, who rips this one into right center, but this is going to die off quickly for the first out of the inning. How about Teoscar Hernandez? He has the 2 RBIs for the Mariners in this one. He's going to rope a fastball into left field, but the outfield playing relatively back. That's going to be an out number 2. Full count now for Yohanis Suarez. He strikes out, and Brebbia goes 1-2-3 through the heart of the Mariners lineup. Next inning, 7th, they're going to give it over to Scott Alexander, who comes in, the lefty, with a 9.22 ERA. That's not what you want to see if you're a Giants fan. It's 375s, 455 splits, and lefty-righty. And there's a righty who strikes out. A.J. Pollock can't pull the trigger. Cal Raleigh up next is going to get caught inside on a slider and tries to hit it into left field, but it's going to be caught. And that's going to bring up Robinson Cano, who's already homered once today. Gets a nice pitch, but he hits it right over to the shortstop, and Alexander goes 1-2-3. How about the 8th inning? Luke Jackson now for the Giants, trying to get his 7th hold of the season. He's going in with Colton Wong, who drives one to deep right field. How many times are we going to see that? A no doubt for Colton Wong to right field, and the power has just come alive the past month for Colton Wong. He had 1 homer through the first 2 months of the season. Now he has about 4 in the span of 30 days. Colton Wong continues to swing a hot bat. That one went into McCovey Cove, and the Mariners get 1 back. Next up, J.P. Crawford. The Mariners not done. There's a single into right field. And now the tying run is on first base for the 3-4-5 hitters. Sam Haggerty's going to actually come in and pinch run for Crawford. He will stay at short as well after this inning. As Ty France up next is going to ground this one right over to third. And the pinch runner doesn't matter when you go 5-4-3. A double play clears the bases. Now it's 2 down for Julio Rodriguez, the reigning AL Rookie of the Year. And Silver Slugger gets a 3-0 pitch, and they're not even going to bother. They're going to walk J-Rod on 4 pitches, don't give him anything to hit for Teoscar Hernandez to come up next. And they're actually going to throw a pitch out because J-Rod is going to go, and the Giants read it like a book. They gun him out second base, and that ends the 8th. Bottom 8 now, Brusdar Graterol, the newest Mariner, who was acquired last episode from the Dodgers, comes in. He has very much a familiarity against the Giants. He inherits a runner on first base, and, well, it's not a good start for Brusdar Graterol in his Mariners campaign. Single given up to right field, and then a single to left field, and that runner was on first base. Yes, Graterol doesn't get the earned run, but he does give it up, and the Giants now up 6-4. How about Thairo Estrada? That's a base hit into right field. That's 3 straight singles given up by Graterol. Lows the bases, nobody out. Not a good start to his Mariners tenure, but he does get Conforto to strike out looking 100 miles an hour on the lower side. That's why you acquire Graterol, and that's why as well another fastball high and inside on 100. He just throws that thing, and it's hard to hit. And Slater to the left side of the infield. Brilliant attempt by Suarez, but it's just not enough. Single given up. That's an RBI as well. 7-4 now in favor of the Giants. And Graterol's not even going to get through an inning. Ben Murphy, the reliable righty, comes out of the pen. He's trying to strand the bases loaded, but he can't do it. J.D. Davis hits one off of the left field wall, and instead of stranding the bases loaded, Davis is going to hit a bases clearing double, and just like that, the Giants now up 10-4. This game busted wide open here in the 8th inning, and to make matters worse, Ben Murphy plunks Jock Peterson on the right hip. Mitch Haniger will finally ground out to Ty France, but 6-run lead now for the Giants with the final inning coming up. Tyler Rogers will come in relief, as it was going to look like it would be a closed job for the Giants, but now they don't have to worry about it. And Tyler Rogers gets the Mariners to go 1-2-3, a lifeless performance in the night for the Mariners. I think their heart was just ripped out after that 8th inning from San Francisco. And they take game 1 by a final score of 10-4. Just not a good game overall, not a good game for the pitching. And again, for the second straight start, Logan Gilbert does not do well. And it's against a team who's under 500 on the season. Hopefully Gilbert can turn it around as we are getting ready for the All-Star break. But we do drop this one. 10 runs on 15 hits for the Giants, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error for the Mariners. Player of the game is Brandon Crawford, who did go 3 for 4 on the day. And Judas will get the win, and Gilbert will get the loss. As we get ready now for Game 2. But before we get there, a couple trades go around. We saw our trade in the last episode, but the Giants and the Rockies are going to swap prospects. Won't have any effect on this series in terms of the Major League Club. But speaking of Major League Club, the Giants win at Game 2, 6-5. A go-ahead shot in the 10th, and Andres Munoz blows the save. More trades going around here as the July starting to pick up. Big one here is the Royals are actually going to acquire Andrew McCutchen from the Pirates for starting pitcher Frank Mozzicato. The short-lived reunion in Pittsburgh for McCutchen doesn't even last a season as he gets traded to Kansas City, who looks like they're going to try to make a push for the postseason. And McCutchen's definitely a good bat you want to have in that push. They do give up a 65 overall B potential 19-year-old starting pitcher, so the Pirates do get a pretty talented prospect back. We lose Game 3, final score 4-3 as we get swept in San Francisco. Andres Munoz this season, perfect on save ops going into this series. He just blew 2 straight. I don't know what happened, but we just got swept by the Giants. And now we have to turn our attention to arguably the biggest series so far this season. A 4-game trip to Houston to battle the Houston Astros, who's hit 50-37 on the season. We have about a 2.5 to 3 game lead against the Houston Astros, and we're playing them at 4. So this is a big chance to take some momentum going into the All-Star break. If we beat the Astros in this series, that sweep to the Giants kind of doesn't really matter. Here's the starting pitching comparison going into this game. It'll be Luis Castillo versus Lance McCullers. And we'll take a look at the Mariners lineup. Here's what they're rocking for in this one. Same guys, except J-Rod is going to get the day off here in Game 1. So we'll see Sam Haggerty out there in center field playing in the 7th spot. So that'll move Hernandez up to 4th, and then Raleigh will be in the 5 spot today. Top 1, France gets a walk after McCullers gets the first 2 batters out, so that puts 1 on here in the 1st, and Hernandez, who had a big first inning in that Giants series in Game 1, just flies out to center field. So the Mariners get nothing here in the top of the 1st. Here's a look at the Astros lineup. Will be Kyle Tucker in right, followed by Michael Brantley, the DH, Jordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve, Jose Abreu at 1st, Alex Bregman's at 3rd, Jeremy Pena at shortstop, Brandon Marsh out there at center, and we'll see Corey Lee behind the plate. One down now here for the Astros is Brantley. We'll look at strike 3 on the outside. Nice start by Castillo here as he gets Jordan Alvarez up next, though, but he walks him on a full count pitch. So Castillo doesn't get through 1, 2, 3, but I'm not really worried about walking up Jordan Alvarez because he's such a talented bat, especially when you get Altuve to pop out in the next at-bat. So both teams scoreless first through the first 2 is not really too much of a surprise. These are 2 dominant pitchers on the mound as Luis Castillo continues here with a strikeout of Corey Lee to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Kyle Tucker now up next, top of the lineup, rips one over to 2nd where Wong will field it, and he'll make the play at 1st. So quick 2 down now here for the Astros, bottom of 3rd. And then Michael Brantley up next hits an absolute bomb to right field, but it's going to stay in the park. So Castillo gets through 3 strong innings. And we'll go bottom 5 where Brandon Marsh, the newest Houston Astro, will step into the batter's box. He was acquired last month from Philadelphia. That sent Jose Urquidy to the Phillies. He starts off the bottom of the 5th with a single into center field. So he's on first for Corey Lee, who strikes out on the slider. Nasty pitch there by Castillo, who's been pretty dominant in this game as he gets Kyle Tucker to suffer the same fate. Fastball inside, can't connect. Now it's 2 down with Marsh still on first base. And Michael Brantley's going to connect on this one. He's going to hit this one into left field. That'll go up against the wall. Marsh has got some speed. He's going to go to 3rd. He's actually going to round it and be sent home. And the throw is not in time. An errant throw from Pollock to the cutoff man. It gives Marsh the space he needs to score the first run of the day. And that's actually going to do it for Castillo. He's had a dominant day, but his pitch count was getting actually up there. So he only goes 4 2/3 innings. And Matt Brash comes in to try to strand the runner at 2nd. He can't. A single into left field by Jordan Alvarez will roll up against the wall. That'll score a run, and he's actually going to stretch it into a double. So back-to-back RBI doubles for the Astros gets them 2. And Brash still trying to get through the inning. Gets Altuve to look at a slider nice down and in to come back into the strike zone. But the Astros get 2. We'll go top 6. The Mariners offense has been lifeless today as they still have a goose egg on the scoreboard. Ty France will walk to begin the 6th. Hopefully that helps for Teoscar Hernandez, who has not done good against right-handed pitching this season. The former Tonner Blue Jay has done well against lefties, but only hit 200 against righties. McCullers is a righty, and he's going to hang a curveball right down the middle. Hernandez drives it to right, but it's not deep enough. I wish he had that one back. That was a loud out number 1. Cal Raleigh up next is in the 5 spot thanks to the day off to Rodriguez. He swings and misses wildly on a curve, and now McCullers has 2 down for Eugenio Suarez, who strikes out as well. So nice bounce back from McCullers, who's been dealing in this one. He stays in the 7th, and he gets Sam Haggerty to be in with a pop-up to the catcher, Corey Lee. A.J. Pollock up next, who's been very ice-cold since the month of June started. This will help. A single into right field beats the shift. So he's now on first base, 1 away for McCullers, who's actually going to be pulled. That'll do it for the righty. Nice solid 6 1/3 for him. He is responsible for the runner on first, but hopefully for the Astros, lefty Blake Taylor can strand him, and he does a nice job of that as he gets Cano to strike out on a high fastball. So good start to his day. And Colton Wong, though, 3-1, will draw a walk, so not out of the inning just yet. As it's 2 on for J.P. Crawford, who hits this one into left center, and that's going to get down. That's trouble. 1 run's going to come around and score as the second Wong is on his way as well. Is he going to be in time? No, he is not. A great throw guns Colton Wong down at the plate. The Mariners do get 1, but they still trail now 2-1. Yency Almonte is in for relief for the Mariners, also another former Dodger we've acquired via trade this season. His 7th inning doesn't start well as he plunks Brandon Marsh, even though I think he did go around. He then walks Corey Lee, so back-to-back walks for Almonte. His day will actually come to an end as we're actually going to trust Bruce Dark-Gratterall again to try to finish the 8th inning, or the 7th inning, and unlike in the game against the Giants, he does a good job. Strands the runners, goes 1-2-3. Mission accomplished for Gratterall. We're going to go down to the top of the 9th where Ryan Presley will come in for the save opportunity for the Astros. He has a 1-run lead, and he's got the 8-9 hitters coming up. A.J. Pollock will begin with a liner into right field, and that's going to get down. A 2-hit day now for A.J. Pollock. That'll help the momentum swing. He's actually going to be pinch run for Julio Rodriguez. His days off is over. We need the spade on the base pass, and he's actually going to be part of a hit and run here. But unfortunately, Cano cannot put the ball in play. Fouls it off, but what a catch by Alex Bregman. Up against the fence, skies up, grabs it before he hits it. A beautiful out by Bregman. And that is the first out of the inning, but Julio Rodriguez is not even going to waste more time. He's going to just steal as many times as he could, and he finally gets it here on the Colton Wong at bat. Unfortunately, though, Wong strikes out, so that's 2 down now for J.P. Crawford. He's driving on 1 run of the day. Can he get the second? 2-2 pitch into left field. It's going to get down, and J.P. Crawford does it again. One of the most clutch hitters on the team delivers an RBI single, ties this one up. And J.P. Crawford is fired up here in the 9th inning. Fortunately, Ty France cannot do anything with that, but we do tie it up. So we do force a bottom of the 9th and potential future innings. But it's up to Penn Murphy here to get through the 9th inning. He gets the first 2 batters down. And, of course, what is Penn Murphy going to do? He's going to get the 3rd down as well. Pop up behind the plate, Kyle Tucker. And we're still tied at 2 apiece after 9 innings, which means free baseball here in Houston. As we go to the top of the 10th. Ryan Stanek will come in relief for the Astros. As you know the rules, extra innings base runner is on second. The Mariners don't do a good job at getting him over. They get the first 2 outs, and then Dusty Baker wants to intentionally walk Eugenio Suarez. He wants the first out at first, second, and third, and it's not going to matter where the first out is because Stanek strikes out Haggerty. So now we go bottom of the 10. The Astros can walk it off here, as this will help. A grounder to the right side of the infield is an out, but the runner is now just 90 feet away at third base, and the Astros are going to bring in some more speed and Jake Myers. All Alvarez has to do is put the ball deep into the outfield, and he can't do it. Grounds over to first. Dylan Moore has it. He steps on the bag to Murphy, and now the Astros need a base hit. It's Jose Altuve, and he can't do it. Slider runs away from him. Beautiful pitch by Murphy, and we're going to the 11th. The leadoff man is Julio Rodriguez, who, remember, had the day off, but the All-Star is stepping back into the box. We need him right now, and he delivers over the head of the first baseman, Jose Abreu. Julio Rodriguez, in his first pitch he sees today, rips it for an RBI double, gives the Mariners their first lead of the ball game. That's why he is the face of this franchise. Robinson Cano steps in up next, 0 for 4 day. In his second stint here with the Mariners, he's been great. but he doesn't get a hit here, but he does move Rodriguez up to third, and he's got some speed, so all Wong has to do is hit a pop fly into the outfield. He's actually going to try to lay down a bunt, and it doesn't work. Pops it up to the third baseman. It was a hit and run who tags third. So just like that, the Mariners get their second and third outs of the inning, and they only have a one-run lead here going into the bottom half. They do have Andres Munoz, who's 29 for 31, but the only problem is those 2 blown saves have been in the past 2 games. He gets the first out here in the 11th, but the runner does move up to third for Alex Bregman. 1-2 pitch. Chopper left side of the infield. The infield is in, and there's no play at the plate. They can't get him. The Astros get the run. Munoz blows his 3rd save in a row. He was perfect on the season. Jeremy Pena up next. He's 0 for 4 on the day. As this inning is not over, he pops it up into shallow right field, where this is going to be caught by Hernandez for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up now the 8-hole hitter, Brandon Marsh, who's had a pretty decent day today, and he ropes one into deep center. Haggerty is back, and he's going to glove it. So that'll get us through the 11th. Both teams get 1, but we're still tied up, so we need a 12th inning. Seth Martinez in relief here for the Astros, making his 38th appearance of the season. And J.P. Crawford begins the 12th by ripping one into right field, and he gets by the right fielder. Rolls all the way to the wall. J.P. Crawford again gets another clutch hit, and this time it's an RBI triple. Crawford has done everything to keep us in this game. Triple to lead off the 12th. We now have a 1-run lead. We just need to bring him in, hopefully, and get a 2-run lead. Moore doesn't help with a strikeout.
And Hernandez will follow suit as well. So that's 2 down now for Cal Raleigh, who's going to swing at the first pitch, chop one in front of Corey Lee. Throws him out at first, so again, a 1-run lead going into the bottom half of the inning. This time it's going to be Paul Sewald, who's tasked with getting the save, the Mariners closer last year, who has just been designated to set up this year, so he has closing experience. First batter here will be Corey Lee. He'll hit this one deep into right field. Marsh is the runner on second, and he has some speed, so he will tag and go to third, so he's just 90 feet away. Top of the lineup, Jake Myers is up first. He's going to ground this one over to Suarez at third, who gloves it, throws him out at first. Runner does not go home, so the Astros need a base hit to score him. It's going to be Michael Brantley, who is 1 for 3 on the day, does have an RBI double. 0-1 pitch to Brantley, chopper to first. Moore has it, Moore steps on the bag, and the Mariners will win by a final score of 4-3 in 12 innings is what it took, as Sewald does end up getting the save, shuts it down like he did back in 2022. A big win here for the Mariners. It was a tough one. They had to battle back, but they got the job done. 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error for the Mariners, 3 runs on 6 hits for the Astros. Munoz technically gets the win, despite the fact he did blow his 3rd save in a row, which is a little concerning, but nonetheless, player of the game is obviously going to be J.P. Crawford. He basically single-handedly put us in this game. He had 3 RBIs, had the big triple. He was sensational. So a big win here for the Mariners in Game 1. And what do they do in Game 2? They bounce back and win again 6-3. 10-run 10th inning. Yes, this game went to extras, but it was Colton Wong who hit a grand slam. Yes, another dinger for Colton Wong. I don't know where those powers coming for, but I like it. We also in Game 3, 4-1. It also took 10 innings as well. So we've won 3 out of the first 4 here against Houston, which is big for us. We have a chance to go for the sweep in the next episode, as well as, we just extend our division lead. I won't sim the final game because it is time for the MLB Draft. So next we will have the MLB Draft. We've done a couple scoutings for it. I am currently on vacation, but when I get back, I do want to live stream the MLB Draft. Let me know if you guys like that idea as well, but I think we can just do it together, have some fun, live stream in my new place, and get to know who's going to be the newest Mariners. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.